My name is Tomita. I'm a dean of the Graduate School of Informatics. In our graduate school, we have offered the conferment of the doctorate degree to Dr. Lankei from the past. However, this time, the doctorate degree is to be conferred to Dr. Lankei for his outstanding contribution toward the object-oriented and personal computing technology and education research promotion for graduate school. So, on behalf of the Graduate School of Informatics at this memorial lecture given by Dr. Lankei, it is a great honor for me to introduce to you his educational and research history. Dr. Lankei was born on May 17th, 1940, and graduated from Colorado University and received a master's and a PhD degree from University of Utah in 1968 and 69, respectively. From 1969 to 71, he had been the assistant professor at the University of Utah from 71 to 80. He was one of the founding members of the Lux Palo Alto Institute, which is normally called the Parks, from 1984 to 1996. And also, from 1984 to 1996, he had been a fellow of the Apple Computer. From 2002 to 2005, he had been the senior fellow of Hewlett-Packard Company. And from 2001 to present, he has built Viewpoint Research Institute and managed this institute as the president. And as you know, the Dr. Lankei has been highly devoted to the long-running study of personal computing and object-oriented programming language since the late 1960s. In those years, he proposed the concept of a small handheld computer until today. And at that time, a small handheld type computer was not existed, but he named this computer as the Dynabook in 1968, and he was a pioneer of this personal computing. And at the same time, he developed the Smalltalk programming language with an innovative idea of so-called object-oriented technology. This research had a huge impact on the success of what later became known as personal computing. Furthermore, Smalltalk became the origin of object-oriented programming language, such as which contributed to produce large-scale, reliable programs. And currently, as you are using C++ and Java, which are the object-oriented programming language, and they are hugely influenced by his research in those days. And those recent progress in this object-oriented technology owes Smalltalk as their origin. And it is worthy of praise, I think. So these outstanding achievement in the object-oriented programming language and handheld computer, he was awarded a great prize like, for example, NEC's CNC Prize in 2001, and ACM Turing Award in 2003, and the 20th Kyoto Prize in 2004, and ACM System Software Awards in 1987 too. So big awards continuously. So in addition to these outstanding achievements in research, Dr. Lankei has devoted himself to the education of children with enthusiasm. He led the development of an object-oriented programming language called Squeak for the education of children in mathematics and science, and participate in worldwide educational activities in elementary schools and other educational institutions. Many of you may remember his activities down here in Kyoto City. And since 2003 to 2006, Dr. Alan Kay served as a visiting professor of the Graduate School of Informatics at Kyoto University, taking charge of Division of Information, Education Environment, Social Information Model in Department of Social Informatics. He made a remarkable contribution to research and education in informatics study in Kyoto University. His contribution has been so great at Kyoto University. And February 6, 2004, Dr. Yahiko Kambayashi, Professor Yahiko Kambayashi suddenly passed away, and together with Professor Kambayashi, Dr. Alan Kay was engaged in research and education at Kyoto University. And his lecture today is a lecture in memory of Yahiko Kambayashi Sensei, System Thinking for Children and Adults. And that is also in memory of Dr. Kambayashi, and I'm sure the late Professor Kambayashi surely sends his congratulation message from the heaven. Thank you very much for coming today.